Big story that we are following tonight. Just hours ago, the Texas Medical Board proposed new guidance that could help clarify when doctors can perform an abortion in Texas. For more than a year, women and their doctors have said the state's law is unclear about when women could qualify for a medical exemption for an abortion. KVUE's Malia Masumoto spent the day listening to women share their stories in front of the medical board. Malia?
Well, Brian and Quita, there were people from both sides of the aisle today here, and the ones who want more clarity say today it still wasn't enough for doctors to not live in fear of breaking the law. There were also organizations from pro-life organizations there who think the law is clear enough as it's already written, and they think this is just another way to allow more abortions in the state. As the fight to clarify when doctors can perform a medically necessary abortion continues, many people are still confused.
No person should have to ask themselves, can I take my dying wife to the hospital? And we're going to stay in that particular situation if we continue to fall on this reasonable medical decision.
Friday, the Texas Medical Board published their updated rule that seeks to clarify that. Two Texas attorneys, Steve and Amy Bresnan, filed this petition to the board after the Supreme Court denied Texas woman Kate Cox from getting an abortion. Cox's fetus had a lethal fetal anomaly that posed a threat to Cox's health and future fertility.
That's what brought us here. You got people that are scared to death. They're facing death and they're scared to death.
Now, the new rule sounds similar to the current Texas statute. They defined some major key terms in the rule. They said, reasonable medical judgment means medical judgment made by a reasonably prudent physician knowledgeable about a case and the treatment possibilities for the medical conditions involved. Medical emergency means a life-threatening physical condition aggravated by, caused by, or arising from a pregnancy that, as certified by a physician, places the woman in danger of death or of serious risk of substantial impairment of a major bodily function unless an abortion is performed. The board also said that listing out all the conditions that could constitute a medically necessary abortion wouldn't make sense.
Things may change as far as what medicine can do to save a baby's life. So a condition that may apply now may not necessarily apply later on.
They said it was similar to what they did during COVID when deciding what type of elective procedures were allowed. Some pro-life organizations at the meeting said the rule is clear enough as is.
So the Texas abortion law is not broken. If there are doctors who are confused, the solution isn't to upend standing policy, but rather to educate them that they can use their reasonable medical judgment.
But for those who weren't able to get an abortion under reasonable medical judgment, like Taylor Edwards, she won't stop fighting for change.
I am currently pregnant today because I got an abortion. I will get to be a mother because I got an abortion. That is something that I think is being missed with all these conversations about lists.
Now that the proposed rule is published, the community has 30 days to submit written public comment, and the Texas Medical Board, since they have to read and respond to every single one of those, they expect it's going to take quite some time. They think they're not going to adopt this rule until at least June, when their next board meeting is. If not later, could be sometime in August or October. They also have another chance to amend it again if there's big enough changes to that system. So lots to be looking out for in the coming months. Live in downtown Austin, Malia Masumoto, KVUE News.